Hey, what's up guys, it's MLG. I want to make a few disclaimers. First, I got an operation in my mouth yesterday, so I have a little problem talking. But I need to do it. I need to try, so bear with me, please. All right, and on the other hand, also I want to make another disclaimer about the fact that this series of video I'm making is not me trying to convince you this is the best way to play. It's not me trying to convince you that there's no other way around it and you should do that. It's just me sharing some of the principles that I've gathered around and that I'm applying in the way I play, and that fixes a lot of problems. All right, so there we go. When I was this one is a little trivial, might be trivial, so it's might gonna be a very short video, but it's about re-rolls. There is some people who when they play, they as players, they try something, they fail, they want to do it again. So the problem here is that when you do that, when you allow that, it takes away the consequences of failure. So it makes the roll completely useless. Allowing for re-rolls is one of the worst design decisions. There is some game who created rules for that. So this is, for example, you roll, you fail, you can re-roll, but it's going to be harder the second time around, the third time around, fourth time around. So what it tells you that there's no consequences on failure when you roll, so that you can try until you got it, right? And that mechanical consequence of making it harder, can be, narrated and narratively explained or something, and most of the time it doesn't, and it's just becoming this re-roll thing going on. And so this is, even games, I hate, modifying rules. What I do is I try not to use these games, but some are nice and they just have that particular component. But there is games that has a rule, for re-rolls, like I described. I think it's really bad design, because what it tells the player, it tells that the failure has no consequence. It's not no consequences. It's not important. It's not going to change anything, since you can do it again. So what I do is I apply one of Luke Crane's principle that I find in Burning Wheel, which is no re-rolls. So you don't re-roll, and I think it's a really good principle. It's a principle of it's also, it has something to do with failing forward, which is gonna happen later on in this series. Maybe I'm gonna do the next right after it. But it has also something to do with task resolution versus conflict resolution. When you stop approaching things as task-based resolution and more like a conflict-based resolution, the idea of re-rolling a task becomes so trivial, so not important, then you don't even ask for it, you don't even need it. So all the redundancies of that comes with re-rolling, and that comes with just applying mechanic for no reason and rolling for nothing. When you roll and you don't feel no consequence at all, it takes away the purpose of rolling. So I think that when you do that, it does two things. It takes away all the useless rolls, bring forth the importance of consequences, because you can't do it again. In Burning Wheel, Luke Crane says that you can try later when there is at least a scene in between. So you change the scene and you try it again. Usually, personally, it rarely comes up, but it makes some sense. You have another scene. Let's say you try to enter the castle, you fail, but it makes you enter anyway by using fail forward with the consequences. And then you do a whole session in the castle, and then you want to go out, and then you want to climb again. you know, maybe it makes sense if you want to be that needy, that you know, small in the scale of things. But otherwise, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So no re-rolls. It's a great principle. It's useful for make the game go, take away redundancy, bring the importance of rolls and their consequences forth, so you never roll for nothing and you don't have the impression that you roll and nothing happened. So that's really, really important for me, and it cleans up a lot of mess. But I mean, most people, most experienced gamers, they don't even need that kind of stuff. But me, when I started, it was not clear at all in the game, and Burning Wheel was the first game that introduced me to that idea as a principle, you know, like as a rule, but a rule that is above, you know. So that's what I mean by principle at the same time. All right, thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.